Hang on, what time is it? It's kinda difficult to determine. There's no markings on this clock, and it doesn't seem to be moving either. Also, it looks like something from a Living Books Illustrated game. Well, it's definitely not plague time, because the glass isn't broken. So it must be time for Gary's Mod. Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to that. And today, the map we're going to be exploring is GM Lethargy Pools. I've had this one in my back pocket for a little while, and I was kind of hesitant to do it because, according to the workshop page, it is absolutely loaded with potentially copyrighted music. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, and if it gives me any issue, I'll just mute huge segments, and if that happens, there will be a completely uncut version on the Patreon. But enough about that. See, more recently, I've done a lot of darker, more realistic maps or dreamlike liminal ones. And I wanted to do one called Kane Pixel's Complex next, or at least it's based off of Kane Pixel's series. However, after doing all that stuff, I want to do something that's a little bit zanier as a bit of a break, and this seemed like the perfect one. Now, this was originally conceived as a Team Fortress 2 map, as you can see. It uses a lot of assets and textures. In fact, this looks like it could even be a spawn room. But I don't think there's many considerations for gameplay here, because this one, it's sort of like the pool rooms if somebody spilled buckets of paint in Party City all over it, and, well, don't that just beat all? I didn't have an end to that sentence, so it just kind of trailed off into that. Anyway, let's start exploring. It's cool because it is sort of like just breathing more life into a classic type of liminal space, something that's been explored so much in Gary's Mod and the Source Engine in general, but there's just a bit more fun being had with it. Oh, look at this. We have a slime girl giving us the pool rules. I'm pretty sure this is made by the same creator as one that I did play on the Patreon, you can see. I can't remember what it was called. It might have been Tower of Power. But anyway, no running, no walking, no crouching, just no. No eating, no not eating, no slime girls, but it seems we've made an exception due to current employment trends. No explosives, and watch your mercenaries. Swim at your own risk. We do not care about your safety. So it's really more of a suggestion board at that point. And here are the credits. Just printed right here on the glass. This is so cool. It really is just like a really cynical funhouse, and, well, isn't that just the fun of Gary's Mod? The fun of having all these tools be in the hands of the players? Yeah, this is about what I would expect. It's so fitting of source culture that everything on the walls just feels like it would be a spray in a random CSS match. Oh, hello. Music playing in here. We've got some... Are those square watermelons, or is that supposed to be wrapping? Nope, I'm pretty sure they're square watermelons. This whole thing is just made for maximum creativity. It's like a party that never stops from room to giant room. Oh, wow, this really is giant. Look at all this. I had no idea this was going to be this huge. I'm getting dizzy even just looking at this map. Does this map even help with directions, you know? Not really. Not really at all. Is there even a blue spawn? Oh yeah, it's actually not too far away. Alright, let's get moving then. Look at that, Arch over City 17. Oh, hey there! Hey there, Blue Barker. Are you here to welcome me? Isaac Clarke holding a balloon with an apron and a hat. No laughing, no exercise, no singing, no friends, no plants, no pets, no music, no fun, no books, no healthy food. And no complaining about my rules. You know what? Maybe that's one rule I can follow. Although, does disobedience to your rules count as complaining about your rules? Oh, whatever, you're a poster, not a cop. Hey, what are you? Okay, new phobia unlocked, sprites and ball pits. And who is that gentleman over there? Okay, well, let's try and find some answers then. Wait, that's also Isaac Clarke. Is that a thing? 8 foot tall, purple, bubble butt Isaac Clarke? Is that like a thing in various communities? Who am I kidding? Of course it is. We can play some GameCube games. Or at least we can pretend. Mario Kart and Mario Party 5. Yeah, this really is just what happens when inmates are running the asylum, when you let people do whatever they want with map-making software, and that's what's so cool about Gary's Mod. Or, I guess, Source in general, considering this was originally TF2. It seems that slime girls are going to be something of a theme. Well, the music's cut out, so I guess that frees us up on the copyright front. Visit the Lost Continents. Ball pit limiter, do not touch. You really know how to make a guy want to touch. I installed that ball pit limiter you asked for earlier. Should keep them in check now. Janitor. Whee! Oh, God. Oh, I see. We jump in, and it starts tossing these things all over. It's like being in a popcorn bucket with joy. Oh, God, what am I talking about? All right, what happens if we turn off the ball pit limiter? Nothing much, it seems like. We've got a couple of slides for climbing up and over. Oop. Oh, wait. It's bouncing me off. Do these actually work? Yo! It actually slides me right down. It was havoc on my stomach, but it works. So if I jump out, you'll automatically stop, actually. So I have no idea what this does. Hello? There's a burger under the slides. Can I take it for myself? Oh, I can't. It's built into the map. It needs to be here. You know, for atmosphere, there's a bunch piled in there and on the shelves. At least the blue team seem to have their priorities in order. Or is this blue team? I'm not even sure. Seems like here's a place where blue and red can play together, and purple and weird mining guy. I swear I've seen that somewhere before. Wow, Balloon Isaac looks mighty ominous from this angle, doesn't he? Stuff like that always makes me really nervous of the aliasing in my headset, because it kind of looks like you're breathing subtly. I might actually run this like mostly uncut just because of the sheer size of this thing. It's going to take a good bit to get through here. So if it's a little rough, forgive me. Maybe consider this like a vacation video, you know? I mean, I spend so much time crawling through all these dark and scary environments. Last time I got chased by a giant. So this is me on break. Oh, hey, look at that. I think we've got a little buddy over there. Question is, how are we reaching you? I don't know, but I know how we're getting out. Okay, does the spilled toxic waste damage us? Only one way to find out. It does. It looks like it really, really does. It also sparks horrifically. Ooh. Oh my, imagine climbing on this from this height. Am I getting achievements as I play? Because that's what it sounds like. It's always when I enter an area that little chime plays in. Okay, no, come on. Let's go visit our little buddy. Visit Slime Girl Island. Sounds nice. I won't lie, it sounds really nice. Hey there, little green guy. What you doing? You climbed up here as a kid and were afraid to come down, and you've been stuck here for 35 years? Yeah, that happened to me. Anyway, see you later, bud. Eventually I got over it, when the fire department finally decided to cut me out. Apparently it was a busy couple decades. Into the tunnel. Wow, that really messes with my sense of spatial awareness. When everything just blends together in a swirl of colors and reflections. Ooh. Oh, that doesn't help either. Oh. Look at that. It's one of those, spinning tunnel things, complete with all the dizziness-inducing illusions. But in, a glass... What would you call this? Like an observatory at the end of this. Observatory is not the word. Copula? Oh, whatever. There's another one over here. I didn't even notice that turn. Imagine the cool things you could do with play places like this if we just implemented modern technology and a total lack of any regulation. Yep. Ow. Oh, that sound, by the way, is because of the Cry of Fear Footsteps mod. I turn it on from time to time. Those reflections are really my only way to see that there are corners. Otherwise, it just looks like I'm a yellow expanse, or in a yellow expanse. I'm just walking slowly and keeping my eyes open. I know the illusion probably isn't sold as well on flat screen, but it creates this effect where, the solid ground in front of me looks like it's starting to rotate, and it's... Ooh. I've been through these a couple of times at Ripley's Believe It or Not exhibits, and yeah, they're pretty fun but very disorienting. The lazy river. He does seem lazy, but not inattentive. Okay, we're rapidly changing music. Wait. I've heard this. I've heard this song. It's yet another ball pit, although it seems like the rules hold true no matter where we go. Who are you? You're a shadowy slime girl carrying a lantern in the darkened end of this room. That is so cool. You have just shown me that a room can be dark and vibrant and comfy all at once. I mean, forget just zaniness, this is doing some legitimately cool ideas. I'm lying on your back in the ball pit staring up at this. Maybe when you get tired of that, you just kind of crawl over to the other end? Woo! I must admit, I am really quite concerned about there being a sudden drop somewhere in the middle of all this. Well, enough ball pits, they'll do it eventually. This is the lazy river. Whee! Oh, wow. It's just ever so gently pushing me forward. I don't even need to move the stick at all. Out into... Whoa! Okay, I kind of figured you'd drop me into water. I may need to heal at some point. But then again, they did say they didn't care about my safety. Oh, look, we even have Slime Girl lifeguards. Am I in heaven? I mean, it's just endless alternation between creepy and comfy and cozy and fun. And it's all overseen by you guys? Look at that, there's even sprites just kind of also partaking. That is beyond adorable. I love this. Ah, it's like a VR version of all the best parts of Anthology of the Killer. I guess Isaac Clarke is some kind of Greek ideal is also a recurring theme here. This is all just so cool. You know, I get now that these are diving boards, but for a second I thought they were like old people walkers up on tennis balls. Yep. No lifeguard posted over here. There's just the one on duty today, I guess. Nope. See, this is strictly prohibited. There are no explosives in the pool. So we'll just bring it to the church of the water park. Info player start. My, I've never seen you like this before. And who is our high priestess? It's another adorable slime girl. Who'd have thought? Can I take your burger? No, I didn't think so. You know what I think the weirdest thing is about this entire map so far? It's legitimately getting me into the vibes, all while being completely ridiculous. But it just doesn't matter, it's just that good at it. How far have we come? If we trace our path, maybe I'll have a better idea. We've actually covered a good bit of ground. There's a lot more to see, but we are making progress. Hang on, wait, what happens if I try to intercept you? What happens if I get run over? Oop. Don't avoid me. Yep. Straight through. Although you do actually push me along. So it's like semi-solid. You know, that actually makes a tremendous amount of sense, doesn't it? Now I wonder how many of these are existing characters and how many are like artwork created by the community. And I take it this is supposed to be filled with water, but that drain kind of gets in the way of that. The only thing is that it is sort of hard to hear myself think over all this music. Okay, now if that's... my God. Oh, wow. That's really severely disorienting me, but I can't look away because it's really cool. Moving makes it worse. Actually, being able to see the room around me makes it even worse than that. I gotta commit to either all up or all down. Inna, why is it that you, being around Info Player Start, is such a fit? Well, I suppose it also makes sense you being on this map. I can clearly see there's probably a lot of inspiration from just various weird media. NUI Box Hatch, or Inui? Looks like it might function as some sort of elevator. Is this where we transport our vast reserves of Flargle? I don't know, that's the word that came to mind when I looked at whatever this substance is. Yeah, I'm really, really worried that this music might be copyright. Things are pretty chill over here. Really chill. Oh, hey, there's somebody over there. I didn't even see you. Oh my. Root beer bar. Oh, hey, no, I thought you were the twisted appendage of something far scarier than this. You sort of remind me of the portraits on the wall of Spooky in Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. Huh. I'm not gonna lie, being able to see you move and stuff, even though I realize you're a sprite, is a little weird. You actually have a little bit more bounce to you than you otherwise would, because you're tied to my head view, not my actual movement. So, you know, just as my head moves, you have a little bit of what looks like breathing and general arm tremble. We can actually go back here with you. Mug root beer. Fish is healthy. Well, gummy fish are anyway. And there they are in their natural habitat. Every room just gives us so many different places we can go. And I'm just kind of drifting through it all. It's like an entirely neutral dream, you know? Or, neutral's the wrong word. There's a lot of actually pretty strong emotions in all this. But it's constantly going back and forth between them. I will say, though, that it's generally either incredibly, just exhilaratingly fun, or just kind of more chill, something that's more reflective, but in a good way. There are moments of actual fear and panic, but those tend to be short-lived. Oh, I'm not going to throw this in. I'm not going to be the one to ruin this dream. Oh, this says it leads to the lazy river. Ethosaur says, "Help, he's taunting me." He knows blend. Ethosaur is the creator of this, I believe. Or at least the primary one. Starving white woman? Oh god, I'm not going to read every caption around here, but I am going to try and let you see as much of this as possible. Oh yeah, now we're getting our spook on. There's Isaac Clarke getting his spook on with the, what was that thing called? I already forgot. Dear Finn and Jake, do not come to the castle. I picked an apps. Next to your smiling face makes it 10 times funnier. Here we are. I must say, it's kind of hard to come up with commentary for this map. Ooh. Look at that, this thing doesn't move me along. But my legs sure do. Is this what Shaggy feels like when he runs from the monster of the week? Coupled with this music, it definitely is. Wow. I'm sorry, this is just so different from my usual wheelhouse as far as like commentary and map like theming. What if I just go back in here? Well, actually, before I do that, I should figure out where I am. Well, there's my worst nightmare, a big open hole in the middle of the pool. Are you part of the tunnels that I was in? No, I'm not where I was. This is a completely different set of climbing nets and ball pits. My brain can't keep up. Like, if you can tell, this is total sensory overload for me. I love it. It's a lot of fun. But, my brain simply cannot cope with it. I honestly feel like it might just overheat and kill me. At this rate. Alright. Let's... Ooh. Jump in the inexplicable water slide. Ooh. Oh my god. Yep. Imagine what it would be like trying to play TF2 on this. Nope. I can feel the jerk as I'm suddenly shifted 90 degrees in my momentum. I'm no longer girl boss. I quit. Me too. What's back here in the dark rooms? Ooh, showers. It's like some kind of weird sensory deprivation chamber. And honestly, after the deafening music I've been subjected to all this time, it feels pretty good. Ooh, wait, is there more? Oh, I've got to use these to navigate. Wait. Okay, I've touched this pole. I look around. Can I see more? I think I'm against a wall. Oh god, I come over here. I can't see a thing. I'm as lost as you are. Good luck. So you're telling me that on top of everything, you're in here with me? Okay, we're going this way. Ooh, I really, really hope YouTube lets me keep the music on this. A way out, maybe? I had no idea what I was getting into in this corner. This way, it's gotta be this way. The reflections on the surface edge of the water, those are what are kind of guiding me the most, but I can't always see them. Nothing's happened, but the tension does seem to be picking up. Oh my god! That's the kind of thing where you see it and you're immediately left with the feeling of, okay, yeah, no, I'm still gonna be thinking about this hours from now. That was traumatizing. Grommet. What did they do to you? Oh. Something tells me a flashlight's not gonna help me here. This is legit really disturbing. Feels like I've been in here for such a long time. Green guy! Hey, you got over your fear! You really got over your fear. Did you put all this together just to show me how much you'd changed? Because it worked. Alright, let's hop over. Oh, we're not even done yet. We are not even done yet. How do you even conceive of something like this? I mean, the whole idea for this map, what would it be like playing Team Fortress 2 on here? Are there even objectives? Ooh. Okay, if we do this right, we should be able to... Oh, wait, there's something up there, too. Hey! Hey, we can see into places we've maybe already been. Or will... be? Yeah. My poor ankles. Yeah, no, we're back where we were. Alright, well, it just deposited us right back where we were. And, hey, howdy guys. High voltage keep out. You know, I'll heed your advice. I mean, sure, far be it from me to question your knowledge and wisdom when it comes to architecture. This place was clearly not easy to build. But it seems like having an electrified pool of water in a water park is probably not the best thing. And we're delivered back here. Alright, we've already come through all this. But this brings us back to the lazy river. That seems to kind of be the central point of this side of the map. I'm sorry, it's just these themed stylistic designs, just having sprites everywhere and interacting with stuff. I find this stuff so adorable. I mean, I'm obviously a huge fan of the creepy and comfy, as anyone who watches this channel knows well, but I'm also a big fan of cute stuff, and this is really scratching that itch in a lot of ways. Okay, where are we going? Ooh, let's try this. I feel like church attendance would be a lot higher across the board for denominations if they had more zany stuff like this. Ooh. See, but it's still somber and relevant because it's a fairly relaxed ascent. I gotta hand it to you, Lethargy Pools is the best water park I've ever been to. Huh. Isaac? Isaac, have you lost weight? Okay, down we go. Yep. Oh, no wonder I couldn't see that guy before. Ugh. He's completely behind all this. Yeah, when things get a little bit darker in the ambiance and you guys are about that aren't slime girls, this starts to remind me quite a bit of Anthology of the Killer. Alright, let's go through the nether portal. Oh, it did. It just had the exact same wall behind it. Here we go. A transportation HUD. Dead end. I'll be the judge of that. Ooh, who's lurking back here? Ah, yes. My house also has a candle contemplation chamber, much like this one. It also has a similar feature, with red and white glowing eyes peering at you from a hole in the wall. I didn't install it, though. I don't know who does. Just seems like if you have a candle contemplation chamber, it'll just happen. That's much worse than I thought. Okay, let's go. Is this where slime girls come from? Or is that just how you bathe your slime girl? Yep. Down another water slide. Woo! Oh my god. Oh my. Woo! Yeah, this is pretty jittery for VR. Yep. It's a whole indoor waterfall cove. No swimming. I cannot imagine anyone heeding that rule. That's got to just be there for irony, right? Well, unless you're actually carnivorous and this is your feeding time. If I dive into the water, will you come after me? That's my only concern. I'm not going to give you the chance. Alright, well, what if we try... What if we tried coming up here? Mount Knife Back. Oh, the perfect theming. Down we go. Oh, I just love that everything here actually works. Like, you can actually use all of the stuff. There's your little tent, room for two. This whole simulated sky. I don't know what it is. I genuinely kind of feel like I want to just stay here for a while. Like, I know I've got stuff to do, but there's so much real, just joy overflowing from this map. It's crazy. And it's weird because there's so much of that, like, childhood, just wouldn't this be cool all over the place, and a cynical sense of humor at the same time. Like, the two things, if anything, it's showing aren't mutually exclusive. Yep. Man, why is the steepest water slide the slowest? Yep. Well, at least it didn't break my legs on me. Yep. Alright, but sooner or later we do have to move on. What's going on over here? Oh, look at that. We can see the upper levels and more of those creepy clown things staring down at me. See what kind of fun holidays we get up here? Got Demo Man dressing up as the Easter Bunny, hiding eggs for kids to find. Although we did force him to separate work and play after that one incident. Oh my, what are we gonna do with all these unsold Dreamcasts? I can't believe Sega had like a console in my lifetime. I mean, my first console was a Sega Genesis. I still have it. I wonder if that's another map by the same creator. What is this? Monster Girls 101. Slime. You know, I have to say, I do approve of this style of art direction. Oh, what's going on over here? Something interesting going on in this sector. Suggest keeping an eye on this. Giant slime girls? Maybe not a bad idea. Look at that. That one's made of stained Minecraft glass. Here's some kind of mass sacrifice ritual happening at that hole in the pool. My, the things these folks get up to. Maybe it's good that we came here on an off day. Or at least what passes for an off day. Whew. That feels like a wormhole through to the multiverse. Maybe something like this is how we got here. Slop Slime, look at this. They even have their own little desktop texture. All this custom work. All this stuff looks like some kind of 3D SpongeBob game. You know what? I think I finally realized what it looks like graphically, besides Anthology of the Killer. It looks like, you know, in like the mid-2000s when Nickelodeon.com started getting these 3D browser games? It reminds me of all of those. Those were crazy times. I was like, whoa, it's like having a PS2 in browser. Each of these windows a different portal to a different time and place. Clearly, I made the wrong choice coming to this one. Hey, buddy. You gonna play nice? The circumstances of this, I couldn't help but be reminded of that one scare in Dreamcore. Nothing's gonna happen if I walk up to you, right? I'm sorry, I just really, really needed to face my fear. I didn't mean to fondle your tongue like that. Scale and Force Disorientation. That's the name of the game on this map. I may have to mute that. Because I think I've had trouble with this exact song before, because I'm pretty sure it's the one that was used at the beginning of One Late Night, which was, oddly enough, a horror game that kind of helped get me into the genre. I mean, this was back in like the early 2010s. I saw Markiplier play the demo for that game. Oh wait, no, this is something else, I think. No, it's not. No. This is Luigi's Mansion. It's the one that when I played that game, I thought sounded like the song from One Late Night. Okay, I think we're good. Slimes going to space? It's more likely than you think. Oh no, Bob's a missing slime. I just want to contemplate this image while listening to this music. It feels appropriate. It's a worthy substitute to watching a film. Fortunately, I do have to keep moving. What's going on over there? Oh my. Oh my. Well, I mean, my reaction depends. Is this blood or is this just watermelon juice? Oh, it is watermelon juice. Okie dokie. Yeah, no, you're cool. You seem nice. You've got horns growing out of where your eyes should be. You seem cool. What's, Oh, no. Maybe there is some blood. You, bisected a few elves. Well, who hasn't in their time? I would like to order 24 melons, please. I think you can deliver. Maybe it's just dangerous work. Maybe I shouldn't blame this all on you. Or maybe I should just go. Slime indeed. Okay, I'll bite. What happens when you jump into the slime cube? Yep. Hey, we end up... Ooh, ho, ho. We end up in one of the portals. You too, huh? Yeah, you and your little buddy just chilling here, listening to some beats? I really can't get away from the pink sun anywhere I go. Don't think I don't see that. Alright, I'm getting a move on and hoping that the next leap will be the one home. It was. Everything worked out in the end. Has something broken with the music? I mean, don't get me wrong, it'll make things easier for me if there is copyright, but... Things are just getting stranger and stranger by the second, aren't they? These remind me of the kind of things I would create in every kids game of the 90s that let you, like, kind of drag and drop textures and sprites. Let's keep it moving. There's a little pizza man on top of this PC. Does that make it run faster? I bet it can run Crysis with you up there. Okay, so anybody remember that one really unhinged joke in Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends where a kid creates an imaginary friend who is a pizza and he eats this pizza alive in a throwaway joke, but it would have been one thing if like he just popped it into existence and was like, it would have been messed up, but it would have been the kind of thing we only talk about later. No, the voice actor for this pizza gave full blood-curdling horrific screams as it was eaten from the bottom up. That aired on Cartoon Network. Is this a TV or is it just a little tank where we can watch you snooze? I mean, free cheese is free cheese. My idea for a new Indiana Jones script? Won't let me pick it up. Yep, there you are, just sitting on a bench. The creator did say on the workshop page that they kind of felt like taking a break from map making after this one, and I can see why. It is huge and expansive, and these look delicious. Are they like sugar cookies? Or urinal mints? Why did I call it a mint? Maybe that idea is too ingrained. It's going to cause me trouble one day. Alright, I'm really curious to know where we've actually ended up. Oh wow, we are clear on the other side of the map. Slime Church, it calls that place, but church is in quotes. Huh. Well, at least according to this, we should be heading into a huge chunk that we haven't really seen before. It seems overwhelming, but every space is just massive. And let me say that navigating this in VR is just a trip, which is why I'm just kind of letting the commentary free flow. I'm not really being too introspective on this one, partly because half the time I can't hear myself think, which is probably why I'm being more introspective now. We're back here. It's weird. Sometimes it seems like it starts one song, usually the previous one, and then immediately fades into the next. For safety reasons, all employees must have mustaches beyond this point. Okay, we're good to go. Oh, no wonder. Ephesaur has found Winter 2023 cosmetic case. This is just like a TF2 chat. Wait. Oh, Ephesaur's maps are just another bunch of poorly designed garbage. Was that spotted in the wild? Well, for what it's worth, I strongly disagree. Are you the bouncer for this club? We don't have anyone watching our security cameras. Please don't take advantage of this. Wait, there's nobody watching the security cameras? Well, I guess I knew that. I saw central control. So you're telling me I grew a mustache for nothing? Icarus Airlines, you sure know how to name them. This is really interesting. I don't know what it is. I just love this type of art style. I would love it if somebody could tell me, like, if there's a name for this. You know, the kind of thing where it's fairly detailed, but still definitely cartoony. And there's just something about the textures where there's a lot of variation over the surfaces. It's like a dirty shading. Hat-wearing man. In other words, every TF2 player after like 2009 or so? Yep. I guess if players have disagreements, they can duke it out in the ring. I mean, I can't imagine a serious game of any game mode being played here. I'm somebody who, when I played TF2, I would pretty much just play 24-hour 2-fort servers because it was fun to just kind of like chill and play. Imagine that on something like this. Smoking prohibited, but not enforced. Oh, have you embarrassed yourself in some way, Isaac? She's laughing, you're in the corner. You're definitely not embarrassed to that side of yourself, and to be honest, you shouldn't be. As I thought, slime baths are the best. Well, if a skeleton were to take a slime bath, it would probably wash over them and they could become sentient and animated again, right? I mean, with a slime being acting as their body. So this ain't water. Rejuvenating. But what are you telling me not to touch? Oh! Darwin, buddy. I didn't know you came to the spa. You look 6 inches taller. Well, we definitely want to respect your space. This ladder is not a real ladder. In fact, do ladders even exist in TF2? I mean, I know they're built into the source engine. Okay, where to from here? Watch your step. Why? I'll be honest, I was really expecting these drains to be false. I was thinking they would start plummeting me to someplace far below. But I guess that's not how it is. Alright, we've reached an end, which means that we are backtracking. Mustache running music is back. Here, yes. What is this, a dance floor? Ooh, that did exactly what I hoped it would. Ooh. In first person, that brings such joy every time. Just being picked up and thrown. Okay, up here. We can push the buttons, but it may not actually change the music. Is this thing on? See, this feels like a map that is really made for just idle nonsense, you know? You ever do that? Like, when you're in a game, but it's really more of a group chat with your friends than anything else. And so you're just kind of like holding down the move key and jumping over and over again. Stuff like this is perfect for that. And luckily, more and more games have started to be built for that, you know? Especially, I think the one that takes the cake is probably the waiting room for Deep Rock Galactic. There's just so many things to get yourself into. Places to jump and bounce and games to play. I probably spend as much time in there as in the actual mines. Ooh. Is back here where all the park's excess props are kept? I can dig this. Oh, look at you. The pizza man is falling asleep. Well, rest well, buddy. You've done a lot of good work. There's enough pizzas here to keep me fed for 20, maybe even 30 minutes. Alright, I'll leave you be. Make this a VR game, please. A creepy and comfy game where you just deliver pizzas in the middle of the night, and then afterwards you can go back to the water park where you live and fall asleep next to the glow under a slide. I don't know why. It's a very specific combination of ideas, but I just vibe with it so much. Safari Park. I guess this place is equipped for all kinds of sets for shows. Can we get behind the stage? Nothing much back here. It's so weird that I honestly forget I have the flashlight in a map like this. I mean, when's the last time I had a map where I truly didn't need it at all? But I'm thinking time has come to get out of here. Yep. And we're out. Okay. Oh, there's just so much. It's... on the one hand, I'm moving at a breakneck pace compared to other maps I've explored, because it's just something so different from what I usually do. But I also feel so overwhelmed at the same time. I mean, this is as expansive and sprawling as even the most crazy liminal space maps. Oh my god. Hey there, you. I've seen this image many times before. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's actually from the show. I've heard that when they do that, like when SpongeBob would do these gross-up close-ups, as people call them, it's actually because they got the background artists who usually focus on static, more detailed images to just draw a single frame of the characters. Just such a part of the sort of deranged animation of the 90s, right at the tail end. I would love to know what this is from. You know, I was wondering why I was so off-put by your appearance in the pool just before. And I think it's because I have residual terror at, well, girls in pink stalking me throughout liminal spaces. I know it's my job to look around and comment on things I see, but in a place like this, where do I even start? How about with whatever's in that case over there? A gold minigun. A gold minigun with a tank containing what I can only assume is slime. Is that like the depleted uranium of this universe? F you, map corruption. Absolute ancient software. Don't I know it as someone who's put a map out? A map with about 1/10 this complexity. I can only imagine the frustration that some of these creators go through, although I will say that working with Hammer has given me a massive appreciation for the things people do. It's a map so big, there can't just be a creator room, you need to stash credit walls everywhere, just to make sure that people will see them. Look at that, the protagonist of the Yakuza franchise, just up there in a dangling coffin. Oh my god! A sea monster. They weren't kidding. Wait, but are you truly a sea monster? Or are you a giant slime girl? We'll need a better angle to determine. It's like I can feel myself sliding off of this thing. I can feel the hard metal. This map is so shiny. Excuse me, I'm trying to determine whether I should be afraid of you or what. Alright, well, while we wait for you to turn around... Where are we? We have made it all the way back! We're right back where we started! Hey, we've just gone through a door that we didn't before. You were so close to us the entire time. Yeah, okay, no, you're cool. You've got that little grin underneath hair that covers your eyes. That's the universal sign for cool. I guess we'll keep exploring then. I keep seeing things I've seen, and then be taken aback by something I haven't seen right next to it. Your eyes seem to follow me wherever I go. Area prone to leaks. Why is there a picture of a shadow man and a sniper's crosshairs next to a description of leaks? I'm having trouble deciphering why this is dangerous, but I certainly can understand that it is. Mike. You know, I could never understand as a kid why people were scared of this thing. I guess I finally learned my lesson. If you're not expecting it, it's pretty scary. And we're back to here. You know, if anything, what we're learning is that slime girls come in all varieties. We've seen some that were violent and scary, many that were cute, some that are chill, and some that are biblically accurate. You can tell because of the halo, like in the Bible. It was yet another teleport. What have you got there? Slop. Slop and slime. Really, what more do you need? And hey, we can sit here and watch the god that controls the sun wake up. A morning on the beach. Don't you love it? Oh, look, these palm trees even blow in the breeze. What is it about things like this, just combining real effective atmosphere with something completely silly and dumb, that somehow makes it feel all the more sincere? Like, you can tell that even while somebody was goofing around, there is real heart in it. Maybe that's just me not getting the joke. Maybe we're supposed to laugh at the fact that something is being taken in this way in a dumb, just nonsense map. But I don't know. I feel like somebody just kind of memeing all over the place wouldn't be able to do it this well. And if they'd done it by accident, well, they've still done it. I really hope it allows me to keep as much of this music as possible. Hammer editor, so good when you ain't got something in your ear telling you it's obsolete. Well, now we have Source 2. I just want things to become more widespread for it, because what precious little I've played of custom content has been nothing short of exceptional. Although, I am going to miss small maps like this in terms of file size. Source 2, everything is like a couple gigs minimum. People in this world just watch this all day and night? I can see it. Oh man, the G-Man gonna get some Folgers. Folgers? I don't know. I love how full it is of just like stupid memes and in-jokes. And if any ball pit was going to have a pit to the abyss, it's going to be this one. So let's willfully jump into what we know is basically a rainbow railgun to nowhere. Whee! Oh, I really thought this was going to launch me. Oh, you could very easily project a Guitar Hero onto here that you play with your feet. Yep. Hey, we've been here. Two pretty scary results last time. Alright, let's get a move on. I don't believe we came out this way. Alright, we're finding the familiar more and more frequently, and that's a good thing, right? Ooh, look at this. That's a long way down. That's deadly. Oh no, and there's been a critical containment breach. You weren't kidding when you talked about leaks. I mean, you know, strange irony talking about that in a water park. Ugh. Oh my, this is a little even more disorienting when you have me round a corner like this. It makes it feel like I'm not making any progress towards this exit. Oh, hey, a control point. We finally found where there might, perhaps, be an objective. Can I make this jump? I did it, yes. Everybody bow to me. Now, let's go see if we can capture this control point and win this thing. I mean, this has got to be for keeps, right? Whoever wins gets the park. I just can't imagine it being any other way. Oh, hey! An insane art gallery with weird water features and music. Who could have guessed? NOE box cancelled. Merc's Paradise. Manor of Fun soon. Tower of Power! These must all be others of the creators' maps because I have played Tower of Power on the Patreon. Yep. Oh, hey, this is the first time we've actually been underwater, I think. You there. That's where we were. Hey, these are actually physics objects. They're buoyant in the water. You could totally do some lazy river rafting. Oh, hey. Who'd have thought my girlfriend would have made it into this map? Hi, Elster. Can't wait to show her this. Let's go. Well, I ain't afraid of this ghost. No smoking, don't speak French. I'll try. See, don't you hate it when you're just trying to enjoy a high-end art gallery, but there's bread all over the floor? And also mutant teething bread inside a jar. Specimen, do not open. Okay, yeah, no, good job, DJ, because this definitely calls for spooky music. The slime times. Well, you know what they say, print is really out of date. These days you need 24-hour news, you need the latest updates. For that you need Slime Time Live. Okay, let's see what's going on around Slimeville. Slime Girl Island? Off the coast of Merc's Paradise, multiple ships can be seen moving building materials to what appears to be a small empty island full of rocks and sand. No images available due to photographer being eaten by a feral slime. Rip, Johnny Gloop. A story in a sentence. I think this Johnny Gloop just found his kin, decided to defect. Strange ads have popped up everywhere for Visit Slime Girl Island, yet no one has actually been able to visit it. That is, maybe until soon? Time will tell. Stay tuned with Slime Times for more news. Strange sighting. A few weeks ago, the ancient one known as Ethosaur vanished, without much of a trace, except some slimy footprints. No one seems to have heard of him since. However, some claim to have seen ghostly sights of him. Rumors, however, all talk about hearing loud hammering sounds coming from a dark forest far away from civilization. Could this be the man himself? Search continues as investigators check Manor of Fun for clues. Sadly, still none have been found. What could Manners have to do with his disappearance? Ah, grow your own slime girl at home. It just didn't have the text. So that is what it is. A pit near the tower. They call it Restless Plaza. Earlier, we had taken note of loud hammering noises coming from within Tower Power. Well, only a few days ago, a massive hole opened up near the base of the tower, swallowing up land and making a loud, thundering roar, revealing a sort of building floating within the eye of this void storm. Oh my god, and various Slime Girl-themed ads. I really like how all of this creator's maps are kind of joined in some way. I mean, it's all done in a very tongue-in-cheek fashion, but I don't know, it just shows like a sense of having fun with it, of wanting these ideas to be connected so that it forms a whole, even if the link is only in stuff like this. I visited a map by Ethosaur, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. I kind of feel like I should actually buy one of these now. Ethosaur gone missing? Local slime man Ethosaur found missing in lethargy pools last Monday. Police have not found him since breaking out of the lethargy pool's holdout cell. Some claim to have seen him sprinting towards some foggy mountains, yelling about a mansion or something. Police are investigating manner of mischief for clues. The slime innkeeper claims she has not seen him so far. Wait, was the ball pit limiter really necessary on lethargy pools? Multiple ask. Most say no. Do you agree? I wonder if at some point in its development it was even more crazy with how it disperses them. Multiple people gone missing after visiting Manor of Mischief. Innkeeper still has no comment. Well, I would start questioning the innkeeper. Goop Lagoon opens? Massive slime spotted in lethargy pools. Oh, we can learn about her. During a fight between some mercenaries in lethargy pools, a supposed massive green slime girl suddenly popped up out of the water and splashed a bit with all the mercs before leaving back into the deep of the water, which caused all fighting to stop for a whole 5 minutes, until Scout slipped on a banana peel by Heavy, which quickly started the fights to resume again. Scientists baffled by durability of balloons on the balloon farm, as they appear to be completely unbreakable. Ethosaurs confirmed this is intentional multiple times. You know, every once in a while, I have to just, stop and confirm with myself that, yeah, this is what I've been up to for the past hour and a half. This seems spooky. Can some music maybe rejoin us? Ooh. A fountain. Hey, we can probably grow a slime girl in here. Actually, we've seen fountains like this all throughout. Venturing deeper, though. Oh, it just brings us to the back. It's a pretty nice bird song, though, don't you think? Wow, this is quite unlike anything else we've seen. In fact, it's kind of the only thing that sort of deviates from the theme. But it's certainly a welcome break in the middle of all of this. What are you? Are you a little ghost decoration? That's so cute. Look at that. You mark the doorway, otherwise it's hidden. I mean, of course, can't have these bright, bright colors just completely screwing up the vibe, can we? Alright, let's keep looking around. Now that is clearly the gentleman's room, you can tell because of the mustache and top hat. See, here is where we need the mustache, because otherwise you wouldn't let us in. Oh, yeah. Now, this is a mirror from the 70s. Lots of urinals for very tall people with large bladders. And another exit out the back. Oh, no. Oh, no. It really is like SpongeBob. Not just in terms of art style, but in terms of a direct reference. This episode was absolutely horrifying. It's so existentially disturbing. And I'm pretty sure it was actually the last episode to come out in 1999, wasn't it? Thankfully, it doesn't seem like we can mess with it. I guess the Squid Man already ruined it. An octopus is kind of like a slime girl, right? Why are my thoughts going here? Alright, let's see what's going on next door. I bet you're the one that's leaving bread all over the place. Me too, screenshot, me too. See, now this is quite a bit calmer. Even if all mirrors are created equal, they say a mirror is a mirror into the soul, which means you can see people's eyes in them. I might be a tiny bit sleep deprived. Well, is it sleep deprivation, or is this map just doing something to my brain? I feel like it could be a mix of both. They can't be a good combination. Oh, look at all those colors along the ceiling. You treat them as a threat. They've treated me well so far. Is this... Yes, this is where we were before. And I think we've actually reached a point where we've probably seen a lot. I mean, at least to the point where most of this looks familiar to me. Hey, this whole section is labeled the bathrooms, which is only a couple letters off from the back rooms. Yeah, somebody better go find that Ina portrait and tell her. Well, that is just too dark and ominous not to investigate. It stopped me. When it played that sound, it stopped me in the middle of the hall. I think it is actually doing something. Here's a slime girl being detained by scientists. None of those guys were long for this Earth. It's the cube. Although it doesn't seem like we can really mess with it. I do believe it's broken at this moment. Look. Look, look, look. They're actually harvesting portal energy and bringing it through these pipes. No wonder there's things from all over here. The strangeness itself is the leaks. Man, these ads feel a lot more ominous now we learned where they came from. But it seems like a bunch of them came here. And they seem to be enjoying it, so live and let live, that's what I say. I mean, so what if they ate one photographer? I ate 3 photographers on my way to breakfast. And then I eat 5 for breakfast. Alright. I think now is when we should be looking into what's down there. Yep. I'm really nervous about these huge dark bodies of water. And the only way to convince myself there's nothing there is to go see that there's nothing there. That's not what I wanted to see when I looked down. Oh my. That was awful. That might be even worse than the previous worst version of that I got, which was in the last Halloween special in that flooded aquarium. PTSD guy was here. So named after the experience of getting here. That was terrifying. Thalassophobia, submechanophobia, just a plain fear of deep, dark things. Hey, are you related to the one we saw on the beach? Are you the reason we should fear that? Hey, you're calling attention to the fact that this TV shouldn't be working. And also that its electrical situation was really needlessly complicated. So, I was kind of hoping that there would be an easy way back up from here. No? I've got to do that again? I mean... Even for an unnaturally fast swimmer, God, that is just awful. I mean, it's not wide, but it is, again, deep, 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 and dark. Oh, and we can repeat something similar over here, so that's awesome. The thought at the back of my head was, man, what if she showed up here, and then she did, and it just... For as much fun as we've had, there have been just a handful of legitimate scares on this map. Oh, hey, you're very close. The bathroom is right over here, by the way. NUI box hatch. All employees may be forced to prove their mettle through fights past this point. Well, it just kind of comes with the territory, doesn't it? Public notice. NUI box has been closed until further notice while we extract slime. That's what this is. No wonder. In the slime making poster, it was this fluid. They take it from another dimension, or I don't know, maybe they just intrinsically have a link to other dimensions, and make it into slime girls. It's essentially a slime girl factory where they get to just kind of stay and hang out after a while, which is also what they do at the Tickle Me Elmo factory. VR chat, says another green head crab. You've really gotten around. Ikikomori Mall. Oh, hey! The train's going that way. These maps really are all connected. I just love all these little references in what seems to be the Slime Girl, like, greater Ethosaur shared universe. In fact, this one is right here. I didn't know about any of that when I played that map, so I do wonder if I were to go back, would I actually find references to this one? Do they get updated to include connections? Do not feed the slimes? Well, too late. Somebody's left bread and burgers all over the place. It's not my fault. Oh, hey. Made your way back here, have you? That's still truly like an insane feature of this map that you're just around in here. Oh, that reminds me. I've got to go see what that whole TF2 cult was doing around that ring. Maybe that's where she came from. This is back here. So let's go. Oh, wow. I didn't expect you to move like that. And nobody expects me to move like this. Oh, it's just this again. Okie dokie. Yep. Ah, now we're back here. Let's finish exploring what was up here, then. Being careful not to fall too far. Oh, hey! It's kind of like Sonic, and they expect their employees to perform exactly as many gravity-defying feats. Look at this, it's the water park's own little food court. The fact that each of you is animated like in such a different way is crazy. Like somehow they all fit together even while looking like they're from completely different things. Alright, what are we even looking for? Your fridges back there are kind of glowing green. Yeah, there's some bubbly nastiness in there. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to store your drinks in bottles, not just kind of flood the fridge with them. Maybe there's a tap on them. Find 6 green head crabs to open this door. It actually tells you where they are, but I've tried grabbing them and nothing seems to have happened. Alright, this brings us back to here. There is so much more to be found. These literally look like they're lifted from the Krusty Krab or something. Ooh. This is one of those maps that is taking quite a while, even while running around at a breakneck pace with none of the usual slowness. We've got a piano over here. Although, who needs it considering this place has already got 24-hour music? Man, I'm actually amazed at how vertical all this is, considering it's pretty sprawling to begin with. Okay, I must admit, I'm really curious about this door. Hey man, I could see you from a distance, but your eyes just loaded in. Whatever you are only. Haha, I can peek behind you and see that there is nothing. Unless you really are just supposed to burst through the wall. Which at this point is a distinct possibility. Hey there, you. I love this map. Hey, you know slime? Like the stuff slimes are made of. What if you filled up your pockets with it? Thank you for imparting this information on me. I will cherish it. Meanwhile, what's going on over here at Alternate Play Place? Look at that. See, that's what these things needed. Their own little game lounge right built into the foundation. I'm kind of surprised that none of these ball pits has dropped me yet. This one isn't even dispensing balls. I mean, it makes sense. There's no limiter. How would it ever be safe? You can use this to fly up, but only to this level. It's a bit of a weak one. Yep. 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 Well, you gotta go through the lounge at the bottom to get to the lounge at the top. I can just imagine the playground logic here. I mean, kids constantly fighting and throwing each other off into the ball pit below. And that's how you know you've claimed your spot as king. You know, at least for the next 10 minutes until somebody does the same to you. Whee! Whoa, that one had a bit more kick to it than I expected. No. Truly, this is the heaven we've been reaching to ascend. We finally bathed in his holy water. Yep, yep. Oh, down we go. Ow. Down or up? When in doubt, I always choose up. Looks like we've got to climb the melon stairs to get there. Well, somebody had their order fulfilled. Yep, yep, yep. Hey, it's one of you. All right, can we pick you up? I mean, I know where a bunch of you are. Nope. Nope. Yeah, it's not. But what's around this corner? Hey, look at this view. We're over the cove. I see you down there. And I see you over here. I also see those couches spawning in. It's great, it's good. I'd say this map is pretty great. Seriously, it is a triumph. I mean, it is wild. It's the kind of thing I don't know how you even conceive of. And especially now that I realize that it's all almost part of a greater... what can loosely be called a universe is just nuts. It is just delightfully weird and varied and all over the place in its cohesiveness, which is a weird thing to say, but it works. So, are you the one I saw moving through the ceiling earlier? Well, I don't know who else it could be. Sooner or later, we're gonna have to no-clip through this because I seemingly can't mess around with the head crabs. I really love this place, and I was just walking on the other side of the map, and I started thinking, there's always something behind waterfalls in games. So, could there be something here? There is! A GameCube! Oh, this is the best loot possible. But I guess that's all we've got. Oh wow, it comes in every color too. Simultaneously. Oh, this is the ultimate chill spot. Right now I really am just kind of running back through familiar areas, trying to find unfamiliar doors. But we're getting more and more to the point where I'm seeing the same things. I think this might be coming to a close soon. Oh, I don't believe I've been down here. Well, I have, but not through that path. All right, let's try the ball pit of certain doom. No, really? Maybe I need to learn to trust more. Alright then, what's down here? Kind of seems like we're just walking along the upper level now. Oh man, we are pumping so much slime fluid through here. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a slime witch. Making all kinds of slime witch's brew to have that table levitate. Can I learn from you? Oh, who am I kidding? There's a lot I can learn from you. Ooh! Whee! Not an exit, unless you're a go-getter and want to make it one. I'm not gonna lie, Half-Life 2 textures all of a sudden make it feel like I've just woken up, like I've been dreaming the entire time. Wait. I feel like I've seen this exact apartment layout before. Hey, you! Well, at least we're documenting where these things are. That helps us in some way. Can we jump out the window? No, we cannot. We can't go through here. This is a really strange thing to see. It's the second point on the map that's been completely different from the usual style, but they themselves differ greatly from each other. Fish. And sorry, there's nothing I can do about this sort of like clipping issue. It's just kind of a VR thing. What am I walking into? This one doesn't move me, but it sure feels like it's moving me. And that can be dangerous. I'm gonna have to be careful running along the Star Highway. Oh, look at this. It's so smooth, too. Yep, this way to the moon. NASA are idiots. They couldn't follow a simple line. That sure is the moon. I can't get any closer. Okay, so I guess NASA had to learn to overcome invisible walls. That's what they needed that space pen for. I love the changes in soundtrack and these weird little detours that are all over this map. There's actually a good amount of space to run here. Yep. And this is deeper than you'd think. Have we been here? Yep. Okay, that's the dance floor. So have we been down the water slide? The water slide simply labeled as water slide. Oh. Oh, it's dark! 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 I'll just see myself out. Just go straight at the ghost. Well, at least there are 2 entrances to that one. Oh, hey, there's a path under here. I don't know if I've been here yet. This is looking much more classic pool rooms. But it's definitely still got that style all over it. Oh. Oh yeah, it wouldn't be the pool rooms without a dark, scary crawl space, would it? There we are. Oh, what's at the end of this? A wall. Oh. It's... I guess someplace we can go if things get overwhelming, or if the map creator wants me to get on my knees for no reason. I'm telling you, when you're standing for like hours at a time, it really creaks and hurts to do this. Yeah. Those are my dad noises I've been practicing. Let's get our footsteps back. Wait. Help. He is taunting me. Wait. Oh, it's transparent! Or wait, what am I talking about? Not transparent. It's, we can go through it. It's permeable. And this just leads back to here. But wait, is that a gate we can open? Can we get in there? No? I see another doorway though. It's along points like this. This is where I haven't really explored. Mercs and Donuts. If you can find this place, it's the best spot on the map. I imagine slime cake? Ooh. Oh. Man, that is deadly. But it's so good. Yep. There we go. Nom. Anything for one more bite. Down there. I'm going down there. There's a nice teleport right here. So, once again, it's worth reminding you that I'm actually standing here looking down at this in real life, and... Screw it! Ugh. Okay, wow, no. Oh, no! I think I found the first unclipped ramp I've encountered. Down, 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 down. That looks like a hard stop. You have reached the end of this map's borders. Welcome to the void. Wow. This place really knows how to keep things in suspense. I'm sorry, that was a bit of gallows humor. Because I really am staring out at the end of all time and space. You know, there's something about this soundtrack, and I don't know where it's from. I would have to check the workshop, but it kind of reminds me of Season 1 of True Detective. Thank you. Well, I guess it's a good thing we started with a ramp. It gave us an easier return. Goodbye, this place. This was the, SB129 or whatever it was called. I just noticed the buttons on the side. Does all of this do something? Hang on, I'm gonna no-clip this real quick. It actually does. You know, this was pretty scary to me even at the time. It's worse now that I'm actually getting to experience it and imagining, what if you saw this and didn't know if you'd ever experience anything else ever again? SpongeBob was on another level, I'm telling you. Yeep. Ow. And now I'm on another level. Literally. Hey, you! So this isn't it. I really am supposed to do something, but interactions, if I can interact, don't seem to be working. Come on. I'm pretty sure I found most or all of these, but none of this seems to be counting. So, let's cheat. Yeah. You have a built-in contingency for this. Do you have a contingency for if I no-clip in from the side? You do not. Okay, that makes things easier. I see here no more lacks on the artwork here. And we can consider this our reward for a map well explored. I guess Princess Bubblegum is technically a slime girl, if the bubblegum is chewed. This cannot stand. Well, I guess he is a busy guy delivering all those pizzas, and someone just let it go to waste. See, now isn't this so much better than running around and catching these guys or shooting them or whatever I'm supposed to do? See, here's the place where they all finally get to just relax. All of them needed to open up these doors and get things working. I love how this whole map is as much a joke about Hammer as anything that's been done with it. Top secret, keep out. Okay, well, naturally I want to see what's going on with this. I said, okay, well, naturally I want to see what's going on with this. Ooh. Find the golden head crab to open this door. Made in Goofornia. Oh my, it looks like Rick and Morty have been here to steal some slime for themselves. Look at this. The world between worlds. The one that connects it all with a soundtrack with the gravitas to match. This is so neat. Somebody escaped containment. Warning, no life sign detected. Life support offline. It's dire. I mean, I know I keep saying it, but I just appreciate so much how these maps are so ridiculous and clearly so lighthearted. And yet there's still the thought put into it to say, you know what, I can make a connection here, so I will. Because why not? Lies. Yes, Hammer is nothing but lies. PL dog water, and based on some of the other images we've seen, I gather that that's something that was in development hell, and in all likelihood still is. Hey there. I just noticed those eyes from the beach sunrise still sitting there. I guess, actually, almost like a map of inspirations. The early rough sketches, I'd imagine. This map really meets me on my level because as I'm walking around marveling about how difficult this was to make, it's constantly poking fun at how difficult it was to make. So anyway, that was GM Lethargy Pools, and oh right, we're not done yet. Hang on. Yep. NOI box. Whoa! Oh! It was enterable! I knew it was too detailed to not be enterable! I didn't find any golden head crab, and I am starting to get absolutely overwhelmed by eye strain. But here we are. I imagine this is kind of the end result of the previous map, or one of the maps. Oh, that's the memorial to the voice actor for the soldier. Now, I imagine in the map itself, these doors would have all been open. And this is something that I can actually see being used by Team Fortress 2 characters. A map that could be played on. It kind of reminds me of the crazy maps that used to be available for CSS. I guess this is sort of a second map explorer in the middle of all this. All right, let's see if we can do this. Yep, yeah. Pretty proud of that. But I think that's about all there is to it. This is a nutso map, and there's just so much to it. I mean, normally maps take me about an hour or so to explore because I'm stopping and talking about things, but I was going like crazy this entire time, just moving from one space to the next, and it took it's been like 2 hours, if not more. So all I can think is the no-clip run of this is going to be wild. Oop. Ooh. So far, certainly not disappointed. Okay, we need to get above this. Ah, there's the little chamber with the hidden garden. And there's the breached containment cell. Kind of reminds me of the Alien ride in Disney World that used to exist that I got dragged to when I was like 4 or 5. Lol me, just got off the Buzz Lightyear ride, could not have possibly anticipated what I was in for. Oh hey, there's something on top of this. Thank you for playing my maps. I'll probably be taking a big break after making this one, as I went a bit overboard with it, and kind of got sick after pushing myself further than ever to make this the best map I could so far. I really hope you enjoy it, and don't forget to check out my other maps I made. Ethosaur. Art is hard. You know what? I believe you, but I really thank you for going to all this trouble because, wow. This is a really massive example of abstract just world art, and one that's not afraid to laugh as well as going into things more genuine. But it never loses that lighthearted nature, and it's just so enjoyable. I mean, it's exactly the kind of thing that I associate with the word delightful. It's not just how varied and convoluted the map is. I mean, just look at the way it's built. Every space has, like, glass and large scale and archways and just props and custom work, and it's all over the place. There is nothing in this that is low effort. Everything is unique and original and just full of things to look at, and you're just constantly giggling at every little thing. I mean, you saw those credit boards. This was a massive collaborative effort, but even just getting this to work in Source, this is like a 20-something-year-old engine. It is nuts that this even runs, and runs as well as it does. Hello, what are you? Huh. There's just a bulb this hovering over the map. Not only is the map complicated, but it's so vibrant. It just is so busy in all the right ways. This is really pleasing to look at. The whole thing is. I mean, maybe it's just because it's so different from everything I've done recently. It just feels like a breath of fresh air, even if I wasn't really sure how to commentate on it a lot of the time. And a lot of that was just because it's a map that needs to just do its own thing. It's so abstract that it's not words, it's visuals that carry it. Ooh. Oh, you just, you're right next to the deep part. You're this. Of course, a map like this has no need for a creator room. This just actually is this far down. It seems you've decided to go back to swimming up above, and I don't blame you, it's more fun up there. The girls in this map seem chill. And now I need to chill. So if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this map out for yourself, the link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.